Hello, and welcome to the HelloID Service Automation product release video for March 2025. HelloID Service Automation is a user management self-service solution, empowering organizations by delegating user management tasks like group management and distribution group delegation. Delegating management of shared resources is another key feature. This aids departments in preventing the accumulation of unnecessary licenses and access rights, enhancing overall efficiency and security. Please note that this video highlights only the new features in the March 2025 release. For more videos, visit docs.helloid.com or check out our YouTube channel. Let's dive in. We'll start with a PowerPoint presentation before moving on to demonstrate the new functionalities for the March 2025 release. In this release, we are introducing two new features while also phasing out two existing functionalities. As previously announced, we are phasing out scheduled reports and notifications on the end-user dashboard. Since the 2024-12 release, it has no longer been possible to create new scheduled reports or new dashboard notifications. Starting with this release, scheduled reports and notifications on the end-user dashboard will be fully removed. In addition, we are introducing two new features in this release. The first feature enables direct linking from the Delegated Form activities screen in the HelloID admin panel to the corresponding form or PowerShell task. This makes it much easier to navigate directly to the relevant follow-up screen instead of opening a new page and searching manually. This feature is especially useful when troubleshooting or making modifications. The second new feature introduces additional functionalities to our current recertification milestone. Specifically, we now provide an overview of pending recertification requests and the ability to approve or reject them. At this time, this functionality is not yet available for recertification requests with the following reasons: multiple assignments of conflicting products. Keep an eye on the roadmap to see when support for these cases will be added. Approving or rejecting recertification requests, along with additional functionalities in upcoming HelloID releases, will initially be placed behind a new temporary feature flag. This ensures that organizations are not overwhelmed with recertification requests while certain essential functionalities are still in development. We will communicate via the roadmap when this temporary feature flag is no longer necessary. To use these recertification features, a HelloID governance module license is required. Let's dive into a demonstration of these new features. We start on the admin side of HelloID. A new page has been added to recertification called Settings. Here, you will find two settings that apply to recertification. The first is the fallback approval workflow. Here, you can configure a fallback group that will be used when a specific product has an approval workflow configured where no explicit approvers have been assigned. This would mean that no approval is required and the request would be automatically approved. However, this goes against the purpose of recertification. That is why we have introduced this fallback group for these types of workflows and the associated products. The members of this fallback group will be able to approve or deny the recertification request. You can choose from one of the existing groups within HelloID. Now, let's select the administrators. At the top, we see a notification that there are unsaved changes. We also have a button to clear the fallback group. Now, we will save these settings and move on to the next functionality. The second tab in Settings is Notifications. Here, you can configure whether you want to receive a summary email after a campaign iteration calculation has been completed. A single email will be sent to all users who have one or more new recertification requests. This email contains a summary with the number of new recertification requests and the total number of pending recertification requests for that person. We have opened the Request Overview under Recertification as an end user. In this overview, all pending recertification requests for the logged-in user are displayed. This means that the logged-in user is one of the approvers for all these recertification requests. For each request, you can click the Action button, Approve or Deny. You can also click Open Details to view additional details. Let's do that for the top request. In the Detail Overview, you will see the familiar layout, including the product, for whom it was requested, and by whom it was requested. The remaining request details and the current status are visible, along with 3 tabs that are familiar from Recertification Insights: Scope Reasons, why is this recertification request in scope, the request timeline, and, if applicable, the form data. The overview can be filtered in different ways. The search bar can be used to search for a specific product or user. Let's search for Adobe products. The overview is now filtered to show all pending requests for Adobe. You can search by product name, product description, or by the name or email address of the user to whom the product is assigned. Other filtering options are also available and can be found at the top. You can filter by campaign name, product categories, whether the user is enabled or disabled, the department of the user to whom the product is assigned, as well as the job title. The reason for recertification can also be filtered, and all possible options are available. At this moment, not all requests in this overview can be approved or denied. This is due to 2 specific types of reasons: multiple assignments and conflicting products. These cannot yet be approved. They can be recognized by a special icon and an explanation that appears when hovering over the button. The buttons are also disabled and cannot be used at this time. The reason we do not yet support these is that they require a customized UI for these specific cases. You will need to specify which products you want to keep and which ones should be revoked in case of conflicts or multiple assignments. Keep an eye on the roadmap to see when we will add this functionality. Let's click Deny for the product Application X License 1, which has been assigned to Antoine Levy. This means we are rejecting the recertification request. This will also revoke the product, and any configured actions in the return state will be executed. For example, the user might be removed from a group or the account might be disabled, depending on the configuration. A mandatory comment field must be filled in. After that, we click Deny. In the background, the request is being processed, and once we have clicked Deny or Approve, the buttons are disabled. This prevents accidental double-clicking. Let's take a look at the request history overview in HelloID to see if the product has actually been revoked and if the actions have been executed. We have opened the request history overview on the admin side, and as you can see, the top result in the list is the product Application X License 1 for Antoine Levy, which was revoked by the logged-in user, who was the HelloID administrator at the time. The request state is returned, meaning the product has indeed been revoked, and the task state is completed. This means that the configured task was successfully executed. In the timeline, you can see that the Tools for Ever administrator, as the logged-in user, denied the recertification request with the comment "no longer needed." After that, HelloID also actually revoked the product because the recertification request was denied. All these details can be found here, along with the task execution state. We can see that the configured action in the return state, namely revoke group membership, was successfully completed. So everything was executed correctly. We have reopened the request overview, and we can see that the request we just denied is no longer listed in the overview. To view this recertification request overview, you need the HelloID right, Recertification Request. Finally, we will navigate to Recertification Insights. We have opened the Recertification Insights overview. Here, all currently open campaign iterations are displayed, including the high-cost campaign. Let's open the high-cost campaign. We will see that the recertification request we previously denied is also listed here. This request is part of this campaign, and in this Insights overview, we can also see its current status. At the moment, it is marked as denied, while the remaining requests are all in pending status. This means that the logged-in user, or possibly other logged-in users depending on the workflow, still have a pending recertification request. The Insights feature allows you to monitor progress. If we open one of the pending recertification requests, we can navigate to the request timeline to see who the next approver is for the recertification request. In this case, we can see that the Tools for Ever administrator is the next user who must approve the request again. If multiple users are required to approve in the next step, they will also be displayed in the request card. As we conclude this overview of the latest HelloID release, we hope you're as excited as we are about these enhancements and new features. They're designed to streamline your experience, improve security, and ensure your system's integrity with advanced configurations and mappings. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for choosing HelloID for your identity and access management needs.